Hey everybody, and welcome back to Adventurecruiser. If you've watched my channel, you know I'm a fan of BK Technologies and the radios that they produce. Though more often than not, the videos I'm making are about the BKR 5000, the exceptionally powerful BKR 9000 all-band, or even the KNG2 or KNG series, P150, 150, 400, 500, and 800 for various frequencies and bands. But today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I was on eBay and thought it would be fascinating to see what other BK radios, or in this case, Bendix King radios, existed. Now, there is a relationship between BK Technologies, Realm Wireless, Bendix King, Honeywell, King radios, and Bendix radios, but I don't understand it. There isn't a clear reference on Wikipedia. There's no really good article I could find online. So if you know how all of the generational shifts and buying and selling and all this took place, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to know. But the point that I want to make today is that there is a relationship between BK Technologies, King radios, and Bendix King, or at least there was. But more than that, I want to talk about this radio. So first of all, let's talk about the similarities between these radios. From the side, these two VHF FM radios have the exact same ports for programming and for a RSM. This one is missing it. This, however, does have what I would traditionally call an ICOM style 2-pin connector here that you can then set up to a general aviation headset if you wish. The antenna connections are different between them. Forgive me, I don't know what this style of connection is called, but it is a very rudimentary, very basic VHF style connector. This one has seen better days, but typically in like an SMA connector, you'll have a center pin that connects. If you know why these are done this way, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to learn that. So, you know, looking at everything besides just the overall design, you'd look at these and say, wow, they are completely different radios. You know, this one has a twist on B and C, which, believe it or not, is actually very common in aviation radios. Here is my ICOM. Same story, B and C. But all of these use the same batteries. So these batteries are all interchangeable. I could swap them out, it doesn't matter. They all have the exact same mounting system. So clearly there has to be some sort of a relationship between these brands. I don't know if maybe the technology was licensed to Bendix King, or if somehow there was a corporate separation and Realm was an offshoot for the commercial and public safety side. But it's just plain old intriguing. Oh, look at this. I would say that the belt clip hole spacing is the same, even though this ridge, oh, look at this. This aviation radio, the KX99, has a slightly contoured back. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that in the back? Right here, it's pretty clear. It has a finger groove ridge there. But it's just, I don't know. I'd love to know. I'd really love to know. Oops. So this aviation radio still works as an aviation radio, even though it's probably 30-something years old. And when I bought it, it had this black battery, which this NiCad battery will not take a charge anymore. That's not surprising. If it's as old as I think it is, it's had better days. It deserves to be retired. So I got a AA battery pack out, took the instructions for the KX99 operating guide, pasted it on front here again, and here we go. Aviation radios differ from traditional, that sounds like SoCal Approach. Aviation radios differ from, let's say, this VHF radio, in that aviation radios use amplitude modulation, not frequency modulation. Frequency modulation is changing the spacing between the waveforms. Amplitude modulation changes the height of those waveforms. And I couldn't tell you why aviation uses AM and public safety uses FM, but almost exclusively aviation uses amplitude modulation. Even if you go for a much more modern radio, these are amplitude modulation. I suspect that it's similar. It was chosen similarly to AM radio, having greater propagation when there aren't obstacles that it needs to go around. You know, an aircraft in the air is not really obscured from a communications tower, an ATC tower on the ground. It's all line of sight. And I wonder if it's just more robust. Don't know. The KX99 really intrigued me because I didn't know that BK Technologies was associated with an airband radio. But as I've always appreciated BK's radios, I thought I wanted to play around with it. Now, it definitely has old technology for programming, okay? Nothing too different from this DPH. I think it's a DPH. Yeah, DPH. But it's not simple. It's not menu-based. It's not textually based. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment here. One of the things that I absolutely love about BK radios is that you have this massive, clearly written menu that you can go through and make adjustments to your radio, change settings, all kinds of stuff. But here, when you're hitting second 9 for a desired OBS, or second 6, display the radio from the station, it works. And in the time, this was incredible to have the technology in something so small that did VORs as well as communicate. I think is really pretty cool. I have not tested this. I haven't transmitted. I've listened on it a lot. I don't yet have my license for airband radios. I'm considering it, getting a pilot's license, but that's down the road a ways. I'm not sure if I have the right personality for it, frankly. I kind of like to take chances, fly by the seat of my pants. My dad always said there are old pilots and there are bold pilots, and there are very few old, bold pilots. So maybe I ought to keep my feet on the ground. But this is the Bendix King KX99. It is related to the BK DPH in a few ways. And if you know the history of how these both came to be or got divorced, if you will, leave a comment below. I'd really appreciate knowing. And that's all I've got today. Take care and have a great day.